Hi everyone! If you're new here, I'm Allen with Earthglow, and this channel is all about sharing the joy of candle making. This video is a continuation of our Fragrance Favorites series, which is a series that I'm doing that outlines different categories of fragrances and talks about my favorites and the fails. So for today's video, we are going to be talking about floral fragrances. And I have spent a lot of time going through all my fragrance inventory to pick out my 5 ranked favorites from the floral category. This video specifically outlines floral fragrances. So I left out fragrances like, for example, Sea Salt and Orchid, where it's kind of a hybrid between a floral and a fresh fragrance. But anyways, if this brings a smile to your face, then consider subscribing. I'm always posting candle business related content, and fragrance videos are my absolute favorite to film. As most of you know, I'm a little bit obsessed with fragrances and proud. But anyways, let's get right into today's video, and I hope you enjoy. And as I've been mentioning about this series, these are my personal opinions, and they are based on candles that are popular for me and fragrances that I really like that I have brought into my own candle line. And there's always the possibility that one of these fragrances that I really like, you might not like, or something that I don't really like, you might actually enjoy. So I always encourage you to do your own testing, but this series is made in general to kind of help narrow things down a little bit, because these are scents that have been in my own candle line and have been very popular for me personally. But anyways, let's get right into this. So in my number 5 spot for my favorite floral fragrance of all time, we have Gardenia Tuberose. Well, we have a tie basically. And I thought about this a lot, and I concluded that my number 5 spot would have to be a tie, and one or the other of these fragrances would be really nice, but you definitely don't need both. My neighbor is literally mowing his lawn right now, but we're just gonna have to go with it. It's all good. But yeah, this Gardenia Tuberose is a really strong thrower if you use natural waxes. It can honestly fill a room with an 8-ounce tin, 6-ounce candle. I use this with 464 soy and at a 10% strength. And it is a really great thrower. You get a nice mix of the floral, but it's also kind of fresh, kind of not like a sickening floral. It's definitely a prominent floral, like all of these are, but it just has these beautiful white notes to it. And this one is in my French collection. It is my Fleur du Soir candle, evening floral, I think that means in French. But I do blend this one with the Amber Romance fragrance from the Flaming Candle. And I will put the blend that I use in the description, but these 2 fragrances work so well together, but you certainly wouldn't have to blend it. Like, this is a standalone fragrance 100%, and it's such an upscale smelling floral. I just can't recommend it enough. The other tie for this number 5 position is Black, Violet, and Saffron by Candlescience. And this one is also in my French collection, and it is my Nuit candle. I do blend it with Lavender and I believe Sandalwood from Candlescience, and I will put that blend in the description box if any of you are interested in checking it out. This one I use in my beeswax, soy, and cocoa cream wax blend that I will link above if any of you wanted to try that. I do have a video on my full recipe, but this one is definitely a dusky floral. Like, I feel like if you're into the kind of Twilight Woods or Into the Night type scents, it's going to be kind of similar to that, except it is a little bit more like perfumey. I would say, like, it's heavier floral than Twilight Woods and more of a perfumey type floral. You definitely get the Black, Violet, and the Saffron. It's a very strong thrower as well in natural waxes, and I do also use this one at 10%, but I do blend mine with the Lavender and Sandalwood to kind of tone it down a little bit. In my number 4 spot, we have Rose Petals by Candlescience. And this fragrance is a really great one to have a 16-ounce bottle of, to use as either a standalone fragrance or as a blender to just get the most beautiful rose scent. I would consider this one a true to life rose, and I've used it in a number of collaborations that I've done. I did one collaboration with Chez Crystals. She wanted a rose scent, but with some other like natural kind of fruity type fragrances, and I did end up using a little bit of this rose petals in that one. I've used it as a standalone limited edition fragrance for Valentine's Day. But yeah, it's a very strong thrower in natural waxes, and I absolutely love having a few 16-ounce bottles of this one in my collection to get that true to life, very prominent rose fragrance. This literally smells like the rose essential oil, and I'm sure it has some of that in it, but oh my God, it is so special. And in my number 3 spot, we have another one that is kind of, it's not really a tie, but it's more like an either or, between this Florencia by 1617, and I have a whole video when I first smelled this, reviewing this fragrance. This is probably, like, I don't know, it's just one of the most beautiful exotic florals that I have ever smelled. This is a mix of Bulgarian rose, white orchid, and Tongan vanilla. And I did have this as a limited edition Mother's Day candle in my Wanderlust collection. But then it is gonna be tied for me with this Bays by Stone Candles. And this is my Paris candle in my Wanderlust collection. So I guess I would have to say that this one, I don't know, I go back and forth on which one I like more, but both of these are really exceptional throwers in 464 and in Beeswax Soy and Cocoa Cream, my wax blend. So I would say, like, if you use any natural wax, like coconut wax, you're gonna be able to get a very similar result with that in general. But oh my God, these are really special luxury floral fragrances that they just scream like a bouquet of fresh flowers, but also like this spa, like luxe quality. And I just am literally transported to Paris when I smell Florencia or this Bays by Stone Candles. Either one of these are just, they're transporting. I think that's the best way I can put it. So coming in my number 2 spot, we have Honeysuckle Jasmine by Candlescience. And this fragrance is one that I've had to make so many candles with that I actually don't even like it anymore. It just kind of annoys me. It's so strong, first of all. When you make candles with this, it's going to like be so strong. So I would recommend, if you're doing like multiple scents, like to save this one for last. I literally will restock this fragrance and it is gone usually in the same day for me. So to use Jeff Stanley's analogy, if you were to take this one to a farmer's market, you're gonna sell 10 out of 10 candles. It's really floral, it's really a heady floral. It sort of gives me a headache. It's very strong with the honeysuckle and the jasmine. My mom loves it. I originally brought this one into my candle line for her, and it is my Hummingbird Candle, and it's in my Summer Lovin' collection. And yeah, it's very popular. And I don't like making this candle because it's so strong and such a heady floral that I can't handle it. And for the number 1 floral fragrance that I think you need to just go out and buy today, and I am not affiliated with any fragrance companies. If any of you have been watching my videos for any amount of time, you know that I have my share of negatives to say about every company, and it's just how it is, because fragrances are not all made equally. But anyways, this is by Candlescience, and this is their Cactus Flower and Jade. And I do think that Aztec makes one of these as well that is called Baja Cactus Blossom, I believe, if I'm pronouncing that right. But this fragrance is so good. It is such a fresh floral. You definitely get the green leaves with it. you get a very prominent cactus flower and jade, as they call it, and it's such a fresh, clean floral, but also a really strong thrower in natural waxes. I just adore this fragrance. This is my Bloom candle that is usually a part of my Pride collection, but this year I just went ahead and put it in my Summer Lovin' collection because I would rather sell this one for 3 months out of the year than just for like 1 month when I do my Pride candles. But anyways, yeah, this is a must-have, whether you buy it from Candlescience or you buy the Baja Cactus Blossom from Aztec, and I'm sure other fragrance companies have something very similar to this. It seems like it's a pretty common scent that's popular with a lot of companies. I also want to say that this is a good one too for people that might not otherwise like florals. Like, it's very different than the Honeysuckle Jasmine, which is extremely like a heady floral. This is a clean, smooth, clean, refreshing floral in a way that would captivate people who are not going to be as much into your black violet and saffron or your Gardenia Tuberose that are definitely more along the lines of that heady floral. Actually, I would say almost all the other scents that I mentioned are going to be very heady, and they're going to be very much for floral lovers. But this one is still such a prominent floral fragrance, but it is not going to be in the same way that those other ones were, if that makes any sense at all. Cactus Flower and Jade, hands down, takes my #1 spot, best floral fragrance of all time. And for my honorable mentions, I just have one today. And where did it go? I think I just have one. Oh yeah, it's over here. Okay, so Neroli and White Jasmine gets an honorable mention. And this is my Rome candle. I will put my recipe in the description box. But this is one of my personal favorites, and I have had some people say when they have smelled the Rome candle that I make with this, that it is like the best thing that they've ever smelled. I actually had a man say that it was the best thing that he had ever smelled. And but yeah, this Neroli and White Jasmine is so special. You definitely get the Neroli. It smells very much like Neroli essential oil, but it is perfectly like married to this White Jasmine in a way that tones down the heady qualities of the Neroli and brings in this really refined, sophisticated, even quality with the White Jasmine. And when you blend in that little bit of sandalwood, it just takes it to another level of being refined. And to me, I am transported directly to Rome with this fragrance. It is so, so, so special, and it will forever be in my candle line as my Rome candle in my Wanderlust collection. And this one does get an honorable mention. And the main reason that I put this one as an honorable mention is because it doesn't sell nearly as well as the other ones that I mentioned to you all, for me personally, but I really think that it could just be with how I'm branding it, and you could do even better with that one in your line because the throw that you're able to get with it is really strong. At 10% is how I use it. And yeah, so that is my honorable mention. And for the fails, we only have one in this category. I went through every single floral fragrance that I own, and I came up with one that I would consider an absolute fail, and that is Wild Rose by Candlescience. This, to me, I don't know what they were thinking when they made this. Yeah, it does not smell like a wild rose to me. It smells like some sort of a candy, like a cheap candy that you might buy at a gas station. Not even like a gummy bear. This smells like a Zazzle, I think is what it's called. It's one of those candies that's like hard and looks like a little pill tablet, and when you chew it, it like kind of dissolves into your mouth and just kind of, that's what this rose, Wild Rose by Candlescience reminds me of. And I can't believe I bought a 16-ounce bottle of this. This is an absolute fail to me. I would not ever want to make this into a candle. I have tried making this into a candle, but as far as making this into a candle to sell, it's 110% a no. Well, that is all for this video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and comment below in the description box if you have tried any of these fragrances, or if you know of any floral fragrances that you think I need to check out, because I am always down for trying out more fragrances. But thank you so much for watching, and happy candle making.